like Ventura TV Appliance on Facebook, it's nice. But when you love the Samsung big screen we deliver, it's even better. Our website is cool, and it's a good place to start. But you really should touch the merchandise before you buy. Time for that upgrade to an HD 3D web-enabled Samsung TV. Get the best selection, price, and service in town without waiting. Come in to Ventura TV Appliance and touch the merchandise today.
Hi, I'm John Mallis. Welcome to this live edition of Connect with Me on the showroom floor at Ventura TV on this Tuesday morning. The focus today is on business. We're going to focus on a Fowler printing press. A press that's been around for a couple of years, well, more than a couple of years now. 436 MeTV option 11. Do turn down the sound when you call in. We look forward to your phone calls and our two guests on this day on MeTV Fresno. Back here on the show, Connect with Me on MeTV Fresno. Glad to have you along. The focus, of course, today is on business. And before I get into that, I want to talk to you about, something that you can do at your fingertips, at your computer. A lot of people ask me, how can I watch past shows? Well, here is how. You don't have to go very far. You just log on to youtube.com/ it's a / remember that, MeTV Fresno. You'll see all the past episodes, well, most of them anyway, and then you'll see recent uploads if you want to see, say, the past week or the past month or the past 2 months. They're all on there for your viewing pleasure. All right, today the focus is on business, and we have talked about this many times. Many of you are thinking about or would like to start your own business, but you're not quite sure how. And the question always becomes, am I going to have enough money? Will I get a loan? Will I make it after up to 5 years and beyond 5 years? How am I going to do this? Let's take you to the videotape, and I'll take you to Fowler and show you one example. Here it is. This is where the Willems family found themselves in that very same position about 7 years ago, and now they own their own printing company, Willems Commercial Printing Incorporated. But Terry Willems didn't just wake up one day and decide that he wanted to own his own printing company. He had worked for 2 different printing companies and had 30 years experience under his belt. He was fed up with what was going on, and so Terry and his wife, Lenee, found the right building and totally gutted the place, remodeled the inside and the out, and they had about 10,000 square feet to boot. Yes, they put all the accommodations for an office space, but my friends, this was no ordinary office. In fact, you're looking at, right now, 70-foot long and 6 feet wide concrete pad to house this thing, the printing press alone. This thing brings home the money, the bacon for this company. Very expensive, to say the least. We'll tell you how they managed to pull it off financially with the building of the press, and Terry's years of experience in the business and help with family and friends made the dream come true. Now it is a thriving business. Live in our studio right now is Lenee and Terry Willems, and they are here to tell their story about the Willems Commercial Printing Incorporated. It is located in Fowler. 436 MeTV option 11. Do turn down the sound when you call in. We're back with our 2 wonderful guests. I can't wait to get to this show today. Back in just a moment.
Remember me?
After practicing law, Raymond Berg fought crime.
You have the right to an attorney.
As a hard-boiled detective on wheels.
Ain't it the truth?
His name is Ironside.
Perhaps you wouldn't mind saying it again.
His name is Ironside.
All right, now you've said it.
Nothing slows him down.
I want to see this one firsthand.
Now on MeTV Fresno, Xfinity 187.
Well, what are we waiting for?
I think the question that most people have when they start their own business, how do I do this? Am I going to have enough money? When can I get started? Is this thing going to be profitable? Will it make it after 5 years? I guess that's kind of the benchmark for all businesses, is the 5-year yardstick that everybody shoots for. If you can make it 5 years and beyond, hey, you're good to go. Anyway,
Lenee.
Okay, lenee. Okay, I said lenee, right? Okay,
Right.
it's lenee. Okay, you can call me Johnny if you want. Anyway, Terry is here too. So you guys are a team. You're a couple, and you started this thing in 2007. What made you think you could do it?
You know, John, one of the things that convinced me the most was the confidence that I had in my husband, his ability with the press room, his experience.
Yeah.
Being around the printing industry for so many years, his work ethic, the relationships that he had with his clients, plotting it out in the beginning to see, could we make it work? Terry, of course, knew all the numbers. In my background, I put it all together and said, hey, I think this...
Your background being what?
In administration, anything from inventory control, payables, administrative assistant, you name it. I wore the hats.
So you knew how to do payroll and all that?
Yes,
You
payroll.
knew how to do the books?
Knew how to do the books.
Right, and you, Terry, you had the experience in working 2 previous jobs, one 15 years, the other 16 years, working for 2 different printing companies. So you know how to set up the press, you know how to run the press, you know the maintenance of the press, you knew everything about it top to bottom. So you kind of handle the excuse the term, the man's work, so to speak. You were the brains of the operation.
The brains and the brawn. Yes,
Okay.
there you go.
Is that how it works?
Yeah. I had all the experience of printing, and she had the bookkeeper brain, and I would come home from work and I would complain about some of the things that were happening, and she kept saying, you need to start your own shop. And finally she talked me into it. We laid out a plan. It looked really well, and prayed about it a whole bunch, and then we decided we were going to go for it. And after you step off the cliff and go for it, there's no turning back. You have to go for it. So.
Okay, I want to roll the videotape of the press. We saw it, of course, and I called it in the monologue. It's the one item that brings home the bacon. Is that true?
Yep.
Yes,
That's the money-making
That
thing.
is the core of our business.
Yeah.
Is the web press.
Yeah, it is, and we're looking at it right here. What's this thing worth, Lenee?
Well,
What does it cost to put a press like this in there?
to put a press such as this in with the equipment itself, running all the airlines, the electrical, plus some of the other equipment that you're not seeing here, which is in the bindery, we're looking at, and also in the pre-press and graphics room, we're looking at a little about $1 million.
Yeah, so if you don't mind me asking a personal question, Terry, where'd you get that money?
We were blessed that her father had invested in GE stocks,
Oh.
and
So my parents backed us financially, about 90% of that, and
And the other 10% was a loan?
The other 10% was loans from equipment manufacturers.
401ks and
We cashed out everything, our 401ks, whatever we could pull out of our home. So everything that we had, we invested. We did have a couple of loans through some equipment manufacturers, and then along with the backing of my parents, we were able to pull it off.
Did you, at this point, now let's see, this thing is about, 7 years old now. 2007 is when you started this thing.
Yeah.
Have you been able to pay your in-laws back?
Very good question. Very good question. There has been a few personal loans that are still outstanding to my mother.
Yeah.
The large loan that they backed is we just about have that paid off. That was a 7-year loan, and that was the big money.
Did you ever think, I mean, because listen, I know this is no secret. Listen, you've been married before. So this is maybe your second or third marriage or whatever. Did you thought ever go through your mind, hey, my mother's loaning this money to us. What if we get a divorce?
That didn't cross my mind, John, because Terry and I have made a great couple. It was.
You're a good team.
We are a very good team. We understood each other. We had our trials, blended marriage. He had a daughter,
Right.
I had a daughter, but that didn't concern me. I knew that our marriage would last.
How'd you know? Woman's intuition?
Woman's intuition and faith in God, knowing that
Yeah.
this was the man I was to marry.
Yeah. So you know your job and you know your job, and that kind of makes it work.
oh yeah, it works really well.
So you don't get into her stuff, and you don't get into his, kind of, right?
Well,
that's kind of the way it
there's
works.
a certain part where we overlap a little bit, and
But I mean, you're not looking over her shoulder
no.
saying, "Hey,
no.
Lenee, why are you doing it that way?"
No.
If he did, it wouldn't last, right?
That's right. That's right. So we do keep it separate at work, and
Yeah.
we do take it home with us as well, and we'll discuss work at home. But sometimes you just need to leave it at the
Yeah.
office. But as you said, he
But
takes.
you both discuss it at home because you like it, you like the work, you like the work, so
Yes.
you have something in common. So it's not like it's a burden on you or you.
No.
You have
No.
something in common,
Right.
Yes.
Right.
and that's what makes it work.
Yes.
Wow, that's amazing. So you got fed up with your other two jobs? What didn't you like about it?
Oh, there's a big, long stretch of stuff. They just, when you try and control a plant that's on the West Coast and you're on the East Coast, people become more of a number than a person.
Lack of communication?
Yeah, and it's always about, the bottom line, and I could tell them how to make a lot of money, but they didn't want to invest in anything, and I could see my customers were slowly going to places that could offer them more color, offer them better processes, and then I would hear about, well, why aren't you making enough money? And it was a vicious cycle, round and round and round. And so, with the way things are now, it's if there's anybody that's in trouble, it's going to be me. It's not
Right.
So it
Are
just
you making more money now than you were when you were working for the last 30 years for someone else?
as far as my income,
Yeah,
yeah, I'm making more.
you are. And you're happier, right?
Oh, way happier. Way
you got
happier.
peace of mind?
Yeah. Working, I'd have to say that I would never, even if my company would collapse tomorrow, I would never regret starting my own business and working for myself.
Right.
It's been a great ride. It really
It's a
has.
difficult process, though. You got to stay on top of it
It is.
24/7.
It
You have
is.
different kind of headache now than you did before. Does
yeah.
the thing kind of run itself a little bit?
I have got an excellent crew.
Right.
They're probably the best team I've ever assembled. They all work together so well, and that's a huge help. In the
Yeah.
beginning, I was on the press. I was running the press and, watching everybody. Now I've got the crew. Some of the guys have been in the business as long as me, and some of the guys have been 3 or 4 years, but they all work together, and they're really a sharp crew. So that makes
Yes.
it, now I'm able to step away from production a little bit.
Okay.
And focus on what do I need to get for maintenance and blah, blah, blah,
I
so.
see. All right, we are talking with the Willems family, not Williams, Willems, 436 MeTV, option 11 if you want to join the conversation, talking about them opening up their own business. It is a remarkable story and something you can do too if you are so inclined. We're back with our show in just a moment.
When you're looking for Whirlpool innovation and quality, who has the answers, the selection, the price? Ventura TV Appliance. With billions in nationwide appliance buying power, more than Home Depot and Best Buy combined, we'll help you save. Our low prices on Energy Star qualified Whirlpool appliances save you energy and money, and pay no interest on select models when paid in full within 12 months. Ventura TV Appliance, serving you since 1951.
Back here, the focus is on business. Lenee and Terry Willems is here from their business in Fowler, the printing company. It's been up and running now since 2007. And we do want to put up this disclaimer that we do all the time because we've been here since 1951, Ventura TV has. That's a long time. Ed Sheeran started this place a long time ago. So his son, Mark Sheeran, the boss here, he's in charge. He wants to focus and help other businesses around the Central Valley, doing that by focusing on some of the businesses each and every Tuesday here to try to help them gain some success just the way his father and his company here has had success over the past, 60 years or so. So we are here talking with the Willems family, and these are some of the items that you brought along. Some of the things that come off the press right here. Let's take a tight shot of this if we can. That comes off your press, right?
Actually, these are items that you're holding now. These are items that we work with trade partners that deal with printers
But
only.
you print them, right?
No.
Oh, you don't?
No.
Oh, I thought that's why you brought them.
Well, no, I did bring to show you that we add extra
okay.
value to our clients that they can't
okay.
get otherwise.
So you don't print any of these items?
Gloss public, we publish them.
You
We will
publish
put them together.
Okay.
But they are printed through another company, which, as I said, adds value to our clients. They're going to one printer. We're handling all of the paperwork.
What's in here? These you
those
print?
those are off for our
These are off
These
the
are
web press.
hot off the press. Ooh, it's too hot. I can't handle it. Hot off the press. See that? You print that, right?
Yes, that's the Mariposa
Okay.
Gazette.
You know, we got a
every
call
week.
here. Good morning. You're on. Connect with me. Your question.
Good morning. I remember back in the day, economy printers used to say we'd print anything from a greenback to the daily newspaper. I guess that the Willems are more in the production end of it, but I have to ask this, with digital desktop printing and publishing, I don't know if this impacts them in any way. I know that they have a different niche, that they're probably in large-scale production, but have they seen a decline, let's say, on the front end, the pre-press part of it, seeing as everybody's got a PC and a printer at home?
Yeah, you're talking about the digital computer age. Is that taken away from your business?
You know, it as of yet it hasn't. Perhaps some of the quantity of the runs that we have gone down. I'm not sure if your caller is referencing with the desktop publishing, doing it themselves or actually sending us files from desktop publishing software, which can be an issue for a printer.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yes, because the programs are much different. There is a lot involved with specifications in running jobs off of the web press.
So we've got the Mariposa Gazette here. We've got, what paper is this right here?
That's the Clovis Unified School District today. That's their
Okay.
newspaper they print out once a
All right.
month.
Okay. And then we have another one here, Building Futures.
That's Fresno Unified Schools paper.
Fresno Unified School District. Okay, this one, and of course the Business Journal. We all know that. And Gordon Webster and Company was here with his daughter about, 4 weeks ago, something like that. The Collegian, right?
Yep.
Right there. That's yours.
That's 3 times a week we do
Yeah,
that.
ooh, look at the headline there. Marijuana. Rose ban. All right.
Those crazy.
And then the Collegian, and again, this is Fresno Unified, right?
That's Clovis Unified.
Clovis Unified, I'm sorry, Clovis Unified. Okay, so let's go to the videotape, and I will show the press again. How does this thing work, Terry? How does it work in terms of, I mean, for someone who doesn't understand how it works, do you understand how it works, Lenee?
You know, to a degree, I've learned a lot over the past 7
you don't know
years.
as much as him.
Oh, no.
No. So
No.
can you tell us layman people how that kind of works?
Well, when we're printing color,
Okay.
it has to go through 4 printing units. It goes through a blue unit, a red unit, a yellow unit, and a black unit. So actually, this has gone through 4 printing units.
Okay.
And each separation is in spot, and we have to line everything up. So when you're looking at something and it looks fuzzy, could be
We see the paper going through there. What's happening there?
that's going through the folder. It's already been printed. These guys are standing at the end of the folder and they're jogging the papers and they're putting them on a pallet. That's the Business Journal, so they're not tying it. It's going to be mailed. We send that through an inkjet machine that puts the address on it for going out through the postage.
But the paper coming off the rollers, it's already been printed at that point?
Yeah, where it was coming into the folder, it had already been printed. Let's see if we go to another shot where.
Okay. And they're obviously folded right there. That's
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
the
Hey,
finished product. No question about it. So, how much ink does it take? You're talking about how many colors initially to start. Was it red, blue, green, yellow?
Cyan, which is blue,
Okay.
magenta, red, yellow, and black, and that's what makes a process color picture.
Okay.
This is called
You
process.
can't do
color.
it without those colors.
No, you cannot.
Okay. Good morning. You're on Connect with Me. Your question.
Yeah, hopefully I word this right. What do you think the future of today's media is, being put in print? Is it something that's like, are you like people that still use wooden tools? In today's digital world. Hopefully I worded that right.
What's the question? I'm not sure I get the question. Did you get the question?
I'm not sure. It was hard for me to understand.
The digital part, the caller before was asking, a lot of the stuff that we do have 2 graphics people that build jobs, but most
Okay.
every job that we do, the place already has a graphic artist, and they just send us files. So as far as that goes, we're not building these jobs. We're just taking their.
Yeah, you're not. In other words, you're not creating this.
No, the students are.
The students are creating this, and they send you the file for you to print.
Right, and then we put it on a plate, and then we put it on
Same thing with the business journal. These are separate businesses. They write their own, they produce their own.
Correct.
Then they send it to you, and they say, hey, we need X amount of copies. For example, the business journal. How many copies?
That's usually anywhere
Weekly.
from 7,000 to 10,000 copies, depending on what there's one.
And
once
how
a month
long does
they
it
run
take to print 7,000 to 10,000 of these?
It takes us about an hour from the time that we get in, we hang the plates on the press, and we pull up and we run it. It takes us about an hour. And then
an hour for 7,000 copies?
Mm-hmm.
That's all?
Yeah.
That's including hanging the plates.
Yeah, that's from start
How many
to finish.
workers on the press?
I have a crew of 5 guys.
Okay.
And on Business Journal, all 5 of them are on that job. There's some jobs that I only need 3 guys. Some jobs I need just 2 guys. But for Business Journal, that's a pretty sizable job, so there's 5 guys on that job.
Okay, talking to Lenee and Terry Willems, and they are from Fowler. They own that printing press out there that you saw just a moment ago. Any other questions? 436 MeTV option 11. Turn down the sound if you call in. We're back with our guests in just a moment.
Now, why don't you tell us the whole story right from the beginning? All right, from the beginning. This is the city, Los Angeles, California. My name's Friday. I carry a badge. Police officers.
You any idea who the other man was?
My partner's Bill Gannon.
Program?
We got just one big question.
Yeah.
When?
Now on MeTV Fresno, Xfinity 187.
Anyway, the focus is on business today, the printing press in Fowler. And so are you gaining new business and getting new clients each and every day? Or is that part of your responsibility, is to try to go out and find new clients? Or?
Actually, a lot of that responsibility lies on Terry in finding new work for the web press.
Okay.
Do we get in new jobs daily? No.
It's a tough economy.
It is a tough economy, and there is.
Real quick.
Sure.
Okay. Good morning. You're on Connect with Me. Your question
Good morning, John.
the 2 guests.
And to your guests, a couple questions. Have you ever have done any printing for Fowler? Any of the packing houses there? That's my first question. And do you go as small as doing wedding prints or bumper stickers? And those are my anything for the packing houses. Since you're in Fowler, that's where I'm kind of concentrating on.
Yes, yes.
That's a very good question. And one of the aspects of our business to bring in additional revenue besides the web press is we are able to cater to clients such as Fowler Packing. He was speaking of packing houses, and we do provide quite a bit of printing and promotional items for Fowler Packing. So packing houses.
What do they request? What do they want?
Generally, it is business forms, NCR forms, promotional items that they keep in their store for their employees. It's a wonderful company. We do things as small as wedding invitations, bumper stickers, anything of that sort off of our digital press, promotional items. So we have expanded to meet the client's need in more areas than just web printing.
What does it cost to, let's roll the videotape. We have one more clip of the press in action here. For this thing to operate, what does it cost daily, Lenee?
Well, on a daily basis, I'm gonna give you a monthly number. As far as running the press, we're talking expenses. And paper, ink.
Sure.
It's about 50 to 55,000 per month. Mm-hmm.
So you have to figure out. Oh, we have another call here. Let's take it here. Good morning. You're on Connect with Me. Quickly, your question, please.
Oh, my question is about the tuning that press, getting that all those images, the colors lined up and stuff. It must amount to a good deal of waste as you're running the press and trying to align the plates, is it, or try to align the colors?
Yeah.
I'm not quite sure what that.
You're using a lot of ink to do that?
Well,
a lot of ink and paper, I'm thinking.
Yeah, and everything that is coming off the press that is not being saved is being thrown into a dumpster that is all recycled. So you're not really throwing away the paper. You're not making the money off of it yet.
But
you're recycling, and it costs money to set those plates up with the paper and the ink. So that has to be factored into that monthly bill.
Exactly. So for their quotes, Terry always factors in the waste.
The waste. You got to factor in the waste.
Correct.
So when you do the business journal, let's say it cost, I'm using a round figure. I don't even know. I'm just going to throw this out there. Let's say it costs 10 grand to print this a week. Okay, just going to use that as a round figure. Now you have to figure out what you're going to charge these people so you can make a profit as well.
Right.
Because you don't want to break even. You want to make a little bit of a profit.
Right, we're there to make a living.
Right. Is that difficult to figure that out?
No, Terry does all of the estimating, and it's done a little bit differently as
From
far as...
From past experience, you know how to figure that in.
And with every press, it's a little bit different. We've got our press pretty pinned down of what it's going to cost us to run the business journal, how many we're going to throw away before we start saving them, and the press crew has a limit. They know hey, I need to be saving them here pretty quick. And
have you ever had that thing break down?
We've been real lucky. And
knock on wood. Knock on wood.
The press that we have is really pretty bulletproof. It's not.
Let's take a call here real quick. Good morning. You're on Connect with Me with our two guests. Your question.
Yes. Do you do anything with students, possibly, some sort of training, and also give us a connection? How can we get a hold of you?
Oh, good question. Phone number and web address.
Yes, our phone number, we're out of Fowler, is 834-1919. And yes, we do mentor students at the college level. In fact, we have hired two. Have had several interns, Fresno State, and the graphics department. We're always open to, and I think this is one thing that makes us unique, is we have had people come to us, we want to start a paper, we don't know where to begin.
Oh.
And so we will mentor them through the process, help them build their paper, what to put in it, what to focus on. And I think that's one of the things that makes our company successful, is because we have that personal interaction. So yes, we're more than happy to help train and take on interns and teach them what we know.
Grade school kids come in as a class and
yes,
watch
that was fun.
School tours?
Yeah.
Yes, they did a small newspaper called the Maple Creek.
Oh, yeah.
And we had the students come in because they put the paper together themselves. And so it was really an awesome time to have them come in. They were so excited to see their paper come off the press.
Yeah, that's amazing. Hey, I do want to mention your web address real quick.
Oh, yes, www.willemsprinting.com.
Okay, and let me just say, here's some of your clients that use it. Of course, the Business Journal, Mariposa Gazette, Valley Voice, Clovis Unified, Fresno Unified, 3 other local unified school districts, and many monthly and weekly local business tabloids that come off of your press each and every week.
Mm-hmm.
So
along with 3 different colleges as well.
3 different colleges as well. Yeah, no question about it. So you guys make a great team.
Well,
Sadly,
thank you.
we're out of time. I can see why this works. This is great. I can see the chemistry right now. It's
thank you.
Very evident right here on the set. No question about it.
Thank you, John.
Continued success to both of you. Thank you for being here.
Thank you.
You guys are a wonderful couple, and hope your business thrives.
Thank you. Thank you for having us.
All right. Lenee and Terry Williams of the printing press there in Fowler. It is a wonderful business. We're glad to have them here as guests. The Focus on Business today. That's going to do it for us. Tomorrow, an MMA, a mixed martial arts boxer, is going to be in the house. We're going to see you tomorrow here on Connect with Me.
Do you like me?
Just like me.
Like MeTV Fresno on Facebook. Get the latest news, interact with others, watch videos, become a fan of me. Exclusively brought to you by Ventura TV.
Want to create something extraordinary? Create perfection. Our lifestyle appliances make it easy. KitchenAid, Ventura TV appliance, and you, when only the best will do.